Lesson 3 Introduction to ITIL. You may be wondering what ITIL is. Well, for starters, ITIL stands for Information Technology Infrastructure Library. It's a framework used by IT companies and professionals that standardizes the delivery and maintenance of IT services in the business. More commonly, this practice is known as ITSM, which stands for IT Service Management. There are 5 core streams that underpin ITIL as a framework. They are service strategy, service design, service transition, service operations, and continual service improvement. Today, I'm only going to discuss 2 of those 5 streams and their relationship to the service desk: service operations and CSI. Let's talk about service operations. This stream relates to the delivery of IT support, the area of the framework the service desk operates within. I'm going to talk specifically about 4 key ticket categories that exist within service operations. Category 1 is called incident management. ITIL defines an incident as an unplanned interruption to or quality reduction of an IT service. In basic terms, it means something is broken or not working. The ticket type correlated to this category is called an incident. A real-world example of this type of ticket would be if someone called the service desk and said their computer suddenly froze and is now unresponsive. The service desk would log a ticket and then begin the process of troubleshooting the issue. Now, there is also a requirement to prioritize each incident. Incident priority ratings are determined by choosing an impact score and cross-referencing it against the urgency score in the incident management matrix. The matrix will look like this, and it will tell you how to determine the priority rating of a ticket. Tickets can have a priority of P1, P2, P3, or P4. For example, a ticket with a high impact and low urgency would be prioritized as a P3, according to the incident management matrix. Every company will have its own variation of the incident management matrix, and the table listed here is a guide only. You should always refer to your company's specific incident management matrix. Which brings us to category 2, which is called request fulfillment. ITIL defines a service request as a formal request from a user for something to be provided. For example, a request for information or advice, a request to reset a password, or a request to install a workstation for a new user. The ticket type correlated to this category is called, you guessed it, a request. Category 3 is called problem management. As ITIL defines it, a problem is a cause or potential cause of one or more incidents. These types of tickets are usually raised by IT support staff proactively and usually occur after analyzing any repeat types of incident tickets. Once a trend is identified, a problem ticket is created and work is undertaken by IT support staff to identify the cause behind the repeat issue. Lastly, category 4 is called change management. ITIL defines a change as the addition, modification, or removal of anything that could have a direct or indirect effect on IT services. An example of when a change ticket would need to be created is if a network switch needed to be replaced. The network engineer tasked to perform this activity would need to create a change ticket to capture what would be changing and why it needs to change. The network engineer would also need to list any potential risks that could arise from changing this variable in the IT environment and what the remediations to those risks are. As part of the final step in the change management process, the network engineer is to then seek approval from the Change Approval Board, or CAB, before proceeding to perform the listed work. This layer of the service operations stream ensures that the appropriate IT governance practices are in place to safeguard a business from unplanned outages. The final stream we will discuss on this ITIL crash course is CSI, or Continual Service Improvement. The title of the category defines it perfectly. The entire stream is aimed at continual learning from prior successes and failures, and aims constantly to increase the efficiency and effectiveness of IT services and processes. Doing this proactively will maintain positive client relationships and will ensure your team is operating as efficiently as possible. It really is a win-win approach to IT service management. Each of the concepts discussed in this lesson will be exposed to you in practice as a service desk analyst. Therefore, having a solid understanding of the principles we talked about will give you an edge over those that fail to, or choose to, not understand this. That was a beefy video, everyone. I encourage you all to re-watch this one before proceeding to the next lesson. Once you are ready, I'll join you there. Thanks for watching.